Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me today in this tutorial on the Foodics accounting platform. Today in this tutorial I would like to be speaking about bank reconciliations and how to upload and import a bank statement. But before I get into that, I would just like to explain there will be some frequent movements around this left margin here, and also there will be a couple of moments whereby I'm changing screen. So I would ask the listeners to please bear with me on that, and if possible, please pay attention to what I'm doing on screen. Furthermore, there will be frequent moments of silence, and that will be because I will be inputting data and considering my next move through the platform. But after I've finished inputting the data, I will explain briefly what it is that I was doing. So, just give you a brief overview of what this is all about. Firstly, what is a bank statement? Well, a bank statement is a statement that is exported from the bank and then uploaded to the accounting system. Alongside this, there's also the subject of bank reconciliations, and the word reconciliation is more or less, it has the same meaning in general terms. It is the process of matching and joining together the company's balance shown in the bank statement with the balance shown in the transaction in Foodics accounting. They are then matched and the differences are settled. So what I'll do in this tutorial, I will just briefly talk about and demonstrate the steps for uploading a bank statement. So I'll get into that now. And to do so, I'll move to the margin and go to accounts. Drop down to bank accounts. And for simplicity, I'll choose Bank Mar here. And what this is about, as I mentioned, it's bank statements. So what I want to do is upload a bank statement. So I'll go here and I'll just check this bar here, and this Excel is what I'm looking for. So I'll import this now, and that tells me that was successful. So what I've got here is a list of statement information. So what I'll just briefly explain, this reconcile list, as you can see, it's on the reconcile section. Well, this reconcile list will display all the transactions in the left side of the bank statement, and on the right side it is the Foodics accounting transactions. So I'm going to match these here, and what I will do is I'm going to match and confirm this payment here. And that payment has been reconciled and matched from the bank statements to the Foodics accounting. There's also a couple of other steps that I'm going to go through here. Just one moment. And what I'm going to be speaking about is also the option to create. As we see, we've just completed the match option. I'm now going to I'm now going to create a transaction. So what I'm going to do here, just follow me what I'm doing and I'll explain once I've completed this. So just bear with me while I complete some data. Um, okay, so that is the data that I needed to complete for this created account from the owner. So it's a direct payment and I can proceed to save this now. And that was transaction was successfully saved. And that can now be also reconciled, meaning it can be matched. So what I would also like to do, there's a few elements here as I mentioned in this tutorial. And it's a little bit stop and start, but that's the nature of the um, subject that we're speaking about today. So what I will move on to now is the transfer function. As we see, we've matched create. We now have the transfer option. And that was successfully transferred. We now have also a further option called named find and match. And then reconcile. And that was successfully reconciled as a match. So the system is quite straightforward, but there is a lot of information to follow. And there is a final element here, which is discuss. And here, it's very much like you have an option to add a note on the transaction. And then if I can just say, for demonstration, and then click save, we have that note saved to describe what we are actually activating here within the system. So there was a little bit of silence within this tutorial, but as you could see, there was a few occasions where I had to jump screen and input data. So I hope this was straightforward enough for you, and please take the opportunity to go back over it if you need to and take your time. But I thank you for your attention during this tutorial, and I look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you.